Well, it's not only Susan Lee's leadership that's under threat at the moment in the political world. In the UK, the Labor Prime Minister Keir Starmer has survived another day, but the sharks are circling, with Health Secretary Wes Streeting tipped to be considering a leadership tilt. Let's bring in writer and broadcaster Esther Krakue live from the UK. Thanks for talking to us again, Esther. How long can Keir Starmer survive?
Well, it's clear that he's a dead man walking politically, and it's a matter of when, not if. I suspect he will last until the end of the week. I actually think they're going to try and keep him until the May 7th local elections and the elections in Scotland and Wales, because the Labour Party has to have some realistic scapegoat. And if they face the fact that their whole party is rotten from the bottom up and they're completely devoid of talent, and so badly that they had to bring a paedophile's best friend into government to make him our ambassador to the US, I don't think it would sit too nicely with most Labour voters. So they're going to, try and make Keir Starmer a sacrificial lamb. And he's, got rid of his chief of staff to buy himself some time. And Wes Streeting has always been in sort of a prime minister in waiting. He's always wanted to succeed Keir Starmer. He's always made coalitions and had little groups of people that are loyal to him. I suspect one of them is the Scottish Labour leader, who yesterday came out and asked Keir Starmer to resign. And that obviously hasn't happened yet, but he's clearly aligned with Wes Streeting. So he's just going to wait and see how he can best maneuver his way to the leadership, because it's not a clear path. There are other people that are waiting in the wings as well. We could have our first Muslim prime minister in Shabana Mahmood. That would be interesting as well. Wow.
It's hard to process given how high Keir Starmer was sailing only really months ago. But I want to show this little AI-generated Instagram clip because it gives people a sense of what's going on. He's holding on to the doorframe of number 10 Downing Street for dear life. As you say, once the Chief of Staff had to fall on his sword, it seems to be only a matter of time for Keir Starmer. How quickly can Labor move on when it comes to policies? They can change leaders. There's a viable alternative, as you say, but they have to come to grips also with especially the immigration issue. It's not all about Mandelson.
Well, that's the main issue that the Labour Party is having. It's not as if, when Keir Starmer goes, and he will go, that Labour is going to usher in this new era like what Blair did in 1997. Labour doesn't really have a firm policy agenda and policy stance. And they know that they're hemorrhaging votes to reform because they refuse to tackle the immigration issue, because they've decided to be enthralled to the far left of their party and not realize that actually just nipping the immigration issue in the bud will basically kill reform's raison d'etre. That's what they did in Denmark. The left-wing Democratic Party decided we have to tackle this immigration issue. If not, our party is toast. And they've been riding high in the polls ever since.
Seems pretty obvious. Thanks, Esther. Appreciate it. Esther